I became acutely aware of how my energy was affecting people. Became so good at scanning my environment and scanning how my energy was affecting other people, what sort of response it was evoking in them. I became consumed with it, and I became such a good actor. I became so good at bringing myself to any situation in a way that was needed to not get ridiculed. So I became a chameleon, and I molded myself in any way, shape or form so to suit the person or people that I was with. It's my coping mechanism, because I was getting hurt so much when I was being myself. I was like, well, I'm just going to be whoever I need to be to survive in this world and to not evoke ridicule. I became really good at just adapting to the situation, to the environment, to make them like me. Yet in amongst all that, I cared so much about what other people thought of me. It was to the detriment of my own heart. It was to the detriment of me and who I am. It has caused me so much pain, caused me to live a life that is nowhere near the life that my heart longed to live when I was growing up. Nowhere near. And in fact, because I was so consumed in what other people thought of me, I was obsessed with it, and I was fitting in everywhere instead of belonging. I was just being whoever I needed to be. I lost myself in that. I was acting so much, and I had so many masks on all the time that I lost track of the masks. I lost track, and I forgot that I was actually this sweet, loving, kind, gifted, creative young boy and being who had so much to offer. I forgot that I was that one. I forgot who I was. I got lost in amongst all of the acting and all of the masks and all of these coping strategies. I would encourage all of you to not care what other people think, because at the end of the day and at the end of this life, when you are on your deathbed, it's just going to be you, your heart, and God. That's it. It's just you, your heart, and life, and the universe. It's just you, your heart, life, God, the universe, and the choices you have made. It doesn't matter where you are at in life right now. If you're a youngster, if you're old, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can, in this moment, start giving less of a fuck about more things. Start giving less of a fuck about what people think. Who am I really? What is it my heart really longs to do? Get back in touch with your essence, who you were as a child. Get in touch with the truth of who you are and start embodying and living that. And guess what? Not everybody's going to like you. I remember a Churchill quote goes something along the lines of, so you've got some enemies. Good. That means you stood up for something in your life. It's the same with being yourself. Guess what? Not everyone's going to fucking like you. And the sooner you can get more comfortable with people not liking you, the better. Because at the end of the day, again, when you go to bed at night, you're the one that's either going to be at peace with yourself and the choices you've made or not. When you get out of bed, you are either at peace with the person you are and the person you are becoming and the choices you're making, or not. Where are you still caring about what other people think? You can drop that in a minute, and sure, there's going to be a backlog of habits and patterns and programming that you've installed to cope because of the hurt, because of the pain, whatever's happened to you to cause you to shut down. Of course, there's going to be a backlog of stuff to clear, but you can clear it. And it starts now by making a choice and saying, you know what? I am going to love and respect myself enough to be myself. It's not about being this extreme extrovert and not giving a damn at all how your energy affects anyone, as in rubbing it in other people's faces. It's not about causing unnecessary emotional reactions, but it certainly is about being authentic to your truth and to your heart, and to carry yourself in the world in that authenticity. Empaths out there, sensitive ones, light workers, whatever you want to call us, those ones have more love, have more light than the average person. And guess what? That love and that light highlights in other people what they don't love in themselves. Of course, they just don't know how to deal with that. When you're around just being yourself, you're bright, enthusiastic, loving, kind, deeply accepting and grateful self. When you're around, that highlights everything in them that's not that. forgive them for they know what they do. Just love them anyway, because everybody's at where they're at. And you love yourself, respect yourself, accept yourself. The good lesson that it's taken me 40 years to learn. Just be yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just me and God. At the end of the day, it's just me and life. It's just me and my own heart and my own conscience. And have I done my best today? Am I doing what I feel is the best thing I could be doing with my time and my energy?